almost 3 a.m. in the morning, and I am about to start my first backpacking trip of my life. So I'm not carrying my car, I'm not using my bike. It's a blah blah car again, and I'm not booked where I will stay. I am going to a place which is not exactly the final destination. Final destination, which is I intend to go to Ooty, but the blah blah car will take me to Gudalur. Let's see how the place is. I might even end up staying in Gudalur, or I might go to Ooty or Kannur. There are lots of places, right? And hopefully I get a good place to stay at a cheap rate. That comes first. Hopefully I'm able to stay at the cheapest place possible with some level of good food. So see you on the way. So it's 3 a.m. right now, and I didn't sleep that night. So the first leg of the journey starts with a Ola bike ride towards Electronic City. So that's where my companion till Gudalur, Mr. Ashraf, was waiting on his car. So this is the second instance that I am using BlaBlaCar this year. And yeah, I was sitting on the front row. I actually wanted to sit on the front row because I also wanted to capture some clips while on the way. And at the same time I also realized, because it was going to a very long journey for Mr. Ashraf also, so I didn't fall asleep. So the entire route I was just talking to him. So he was also a passionate photographer. So I think he was having some extremely high-end camera that he has recently purchased. He has a good Instagram and YouTube channel with over 10k followers and subscribers each. So this is Mudumalai Tiger Reserve, and this is in Tamil Nadu. So while we go towards Ooty, we first have to go through Bandipur National Park, which is in Karnataka. The same national park actually extends into Tamil Nadu, where it's called the Mudumalai Tiger Reserve. And just after entering, you can see there are lots of deer around. The deer just look like regular cattle or goat that you would see in a regular Indian countryside. So that's the number of deer that I saw there for the first time in my life. So this was Saturday morning, and it was around 8:30 by the time when I reached Gudalur. So this is Gudalur city, and Gudalur city is basically at the foothills of the Nilgiris. The Nilgiris actually start from here, and the entire area is densely covered with forests of the Mudumalai Tiger Reserve. Again, from Gudalur I got this public bus, and whatever I checked on Google Maps, it would take somewhere like 1.5 hours to 2 hours to reach Ooty. So this is the famous Udgamandalam bus stand. You would have seen this bus stand in a lot of movies, because there are a lot of Hindi Bollywood movies that have been shot in this place. So a lot of these places you would be recognizing from various movies that you would have seen. So till this time everything was running pretty smooth, but that's where I got my first shocker. The thing is, I expected bike rental or car rental would be available in Ooty and get one of those, but that was not the case. Everything was banned here. So I had to take a regular bus tour service for Ooty and Kannur sightseeing, which costed me like $300. So this is the first spot that we were taken to by the bus operator, and this is Boat House. So this is a small boating site located by Ooty Lake. So apart from boating, there are lots of other activities, fun activities that are available here, like some Ferris wheel, some merry-go-round, etc. And there is also a toy train that I will be showing it to you very soon. So let me just take a stroll around the park. I Since I didn't get a bike or a car, I'm not sure how I search for my homestay. I don't want to stay in the city. I want to stay in the outskirts, but without a vehicle, how do I find that? So this is again the famous train station of Boat House. I booked a ticket and the train was just about to leave the station when I reached. I mean, it was like a do and die situation, but I finally made it onto my seat, and that's where my train trip started. So although I was not able to take the actual toy train from Ooty to Kannur, I at least got a miniaturized experience. So this is the second site that the tour operator has taken us to. It's somewhere between Ooty and Kannur, and this is the spot from where almost the entire city of Ooty can be seen. So there are these tiny small railings that are built up on the cliff from which you can view the city, you can take pictures. There are also these small scale photographers there who would be clicking your picture and giving you a printout right away. So if you want, you can do that also. And from this point, we can also see the toy train that runs from Ooty to Kannur. So no train was running at that point of time. I mean, I did hear a horn, but then by the time I reached the cliff, the train had already passed. Anyway, let's get a view of the city. So the tea garden viewpoint was the third site that we were taken to, and around half a kilometer from the tea garden, I mean it's adjacent, right, was the fourth viewpoint, which was the Silver Oak Chocolate Factory. So this is probably my first, not exactly my first, I think 2-3 years back when I visited Munnar, then also I went to a chocolate factory. So again the southern hills, you would usually find tea, coffee or chocolate. These are the three prominent things, and in addition you would find all herbs and spices. So the coffee, so you saw, right, so this factory basically produces eucalyptus oil, then it produces chocolate, then all types of spices, and then also I think coffee. and there is this shop also located at a factory itself from where you can purchase all these stuff. And one more good thing about the shop is that you would be offered various flavors of tea for free, so you can try the tea as much as you want. So I tried the chocolate tea, and I think there was one more variant that I tried, some minty tea. I mean, I don't know what the flavor was, but the chocolatey tea was extremely delicious. So who leaves the free Camille? The fifth viewpoint was a place called Lamb's Rock, and this is basically again a cliff from which you can see far into the distance. So down below is Mettupalayam city of Tamil Nadu, again that lies at the foothills of Nilgiris. So Gudlur, the city from which I came towards Ooty today, that lies from towards the other end of Nilgiris, towards Karnataka, and this is towards Tamil Nadu. From the entry of Lamb's Rock viewpoint is a small trek leading to the tip from which the view is even better. So right now we are going to the fifth viewpoint, which is Lamb's Rock. We are pretty hungry by this time, but the thing is, the restaurant where we were supposed to have lunch, it was completely crowded. So again our guide suggested that let's complete the next viewpoint, and then while returning, then we'll be having our lunch.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, hold tight. Chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move.
मेरा दिल कहीं दूर पहाड़ों में खो गया, उसे देखे लम्हा तो क्यों तो हो गया। मेरा दिल कहीं दूर पहाड़ों में खो गया। So we reached the sixth site of the day, which is Sims Park. I'm not pretty sure whether it's in Kunnur or Ooty. It's somewhere in the midst, I think more towards Ooty. Again, I'm not sure whether this is the same place as Botanical Garden, but all that I could see inside were huge trees and everything related to plants. So I believe this is the botanical garden, but don't hold me to it, okay? So right now I am at Botanical Garden. I don't know whether it's Kunnur or Ooty because both the place seems like same to me. I don't know where Ooty ended and where Kunnur started. Anyway, so this is the Botanical Garden, Ooty. And the thing is, I have not yet found a place to stay. I'm not sure even at this point of time whether I'd be getting a place to stay or not. So I'm recording this in real time and I am being like a khatro ka khiladi. I don't know what I'll do if I'm not able to find a place to stay. So stay tuned. Let's see what happens, what Ooty has in store for me. So this botanical garden it basically has lots of trees, lots of huge trees. And what else? Just a regular park. Anyway, you can spend like half an hour here. So there is this small lake inside Sims Park where you can see lots of fishes. Oh sorry, fish. So I was just waiting here for some time staring at the fish. Then I started searching for a place to stay again. And that's when, I don't know, I searched in Google Map for a camping site near Ooty, and the first option that came up, I just randomly called without having a lot of hope. And yeah, so at the other end, the guy told me that yes, they have a tent available, but he would be charging like 1800 rupees. So I was hesitant for some time, but then at the end gave it up and confirmed him the site. रितेश, टेंट मिल गया, बुक हो गया 15,000 का, नहीं 1500 हो गया, बोल दिया 1800 बोल रहा था, मैं बोला 1500 में डन करो. जैसे आपने बोला ना 13,000 वहीं पे. So after I got a confirmed place to stay, my mind again started thinking about how to reach that destination. I asked Mr. Patel, who was the campsite owner, that how do I reach there? He said that it will cost like $500 if I travel there in auto. And I was thinking like, oh dang, what happened? So I'll be spending 1,000 rupees, like 500 for going and 500 for coming back extra for no reason at all. So I reached Ooty by the evening, and right at the place where I stopped in Ooty, that's where Hotel Sanjay was. And I just went in to check whether there was a room, and they actually had a room for 1,000 rupees. Then I again called Patel up if there is any possibility to stay at his place, because I mean I can stay in a hotel anywhere, right? But camping site is something that I wanted to experience again and again, and that's why I had come to Ooty. So he also understood my emotions, and somehow he started looking everywhere to help me to reach the campsite. He called up his guests, and finally when there was no one, he got me picked up by some of his friends. And so that's how I am in their car right now, traveling to the campsite. And all these folks that I meet, right? Patel was one, the cab driver. I met some Bihari folks in the tour also today. Just awesome friends. And here also, I'll take up the video in tomorrow's continued part, where I would show how friendly the folks around this place are and what an amazing place I had reached. So I'm finally moving towards my camp, and just think at the end of the day, everything falls into place, right? Everything falls into place. Stay tuned for the next day because lot of more awesome content is coming. Alvida and a happy Independence Day in advance for tomorrow. By the way, I'm posting the video like 4-5 days after Independence Day. See you in my next video very soon. Bye.